Detroit Pistons select Cade Cunningham from Oklahoma State.
Alright, Pistons fans, so in today's video, we're going to be talking about Killian Hayes and his success that he's had so far since he's been benched by the Detroit Pistons and Coach Casey. Now, before we get into that, please make sure you guys like this video. As always, today's like goal is 100 likes. And subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'm really trying to hit 5K subscribers soon. So if you're new, please subscribe to the channel. I drop consistent Pistons content. So my first thing that I'm going to say is that the Pistons have been playing some bad basketball, okay? I will not lie there. It has been rough recently for the Pistons. We started the year out pretty hot. We won a lot of games early on this year. We even beat the Milwaukee Bucks at one point, but since then, you know, especially with Cade's injury and Killian being rusty, this team has just not been performing. We actually haven't even won a game since January the 30th, so it's looking rough right now. And we have also taken 7 straight L's in our last 10 games. But even with all of that, you do have to find your little bright moments when you can. And the topic of this video is Killian Hayes. He has been one of the few bright spots that we've had during this losing stretch. And actually in this most recent game against the Charlotte Hornets, Killian Hayes performed. He had a stat line of 11 points, 12 assists, 4 rebounds, 1 turnover. He was 1 for 2 from the three-point line, and from the field, he was 5 for 9. So good stat line for Killian Hayes in that game. And even though it was a blowout, he was one of the few bright spots in that game. And actually, Coach Dwayne Casey has something to say about Killian. It says he played 25 games last year, so he's basically a rookie. And that's a point that I really did bring up often early on in this season. The reason why I wanted him to start is because we had to see what we had in Killian Hayes in the starting role to see what he really was. And he did not live up to expectation. He's been benched now, which has been successful for him. And now I'm going to hit you guys with a couple of facts about Killian Hayes actually since he's been benched. You can put that image on the screen right now. It says, as a starter this season, Killian Hayes took 21% of his shots at the rim. In 7 games off the bench leading to Sunday, that nearly doubled to 40%. His rim efficiency is up too. And that stat is actually coming from before the Charlotte Hornets game and before the Mavs game. So do keep that in mind, but still, the same point still applies. Killian Hayes is taking 44% of his shots at the rim at a 65% clip, 79th percentile in 8 games since he's been benched. So yeah, on this channel, I tend to, when I talk about the players, I tend to use my eye test, but every now and then you can use stats to prop some of these players up. And when it comes to Killian Hayes, the eye test is still there since he's been benched, but his stats have been looking solid. Now, there is one thing that he has had trouble with recently, and that is the turnovers. Those have been up actually a lot. I think he had like 7 or 8 in one of these recent games. Now, I do believe that is partly on himself because, with him leading the second unit, he has to have the ball in his hands a lot more, whereas in the starting lineup, he could kind of share the basketball with Cade Cunningham. So since the majority of the time he has the ball in his hands on the bench, he obviously is going to have a higher likelihood of turning the basketball over, and he has turned the basketball over. So that is a little critique there that I will throw at him, but it's not necessarily all of his fault. The second unit hasn't been performing at the best level that I think we could. Killian just still has not waken up yet ever since he returned from the injury. And as I said earlier, losing 7 straight games, just this team as a whole, we're not a good team. So it is all a combination of things, factor into why Killian Hayes' turnovers have been going up. Something else that I just want to say, from what I see Killian Hayes, it appears that he's shooting between 4 to 8 shots per game off the bench. Now, obviously, with him being the 7th overall pick, you would want him to shoot more and be more aggressive, but I'm just going to continue to be patient with him. He is a natural passer. He thinks first to pass the ball. Even if he has a wide open shot or a wide open lane, his first thought is to still pass it and trying to find an open guy. And then also, he is slowly but surely, gaining confidence within himself. I know a few games ago, it appeared that his body language is off and he did look frustrated and upset, but in terms of how he plays on the court, he is looking more confident out there, even if he isn't the most aggressive player. But that's basically everything about Killian Hayes, man. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about him. His statistics are up. From the eye test, it looked like he's playing really well. He's scoring the ball effectively. He's still playing defense at a high level. We just have to wait for his shooting numbers to get back up there, because his shooting numbers are similar to what they were last year, and get the turnovers back to where they used to be. So that's basically everything. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Thank y'all for 4K, and I'm out.